If you've ever said, I should exercise more, or maybe, I'd love to travel, but I don't have time, then congratulations, you've already encountered two of the most toxic words in our vocabulary. These tiny words, should and but, may seem harmless, but they quietly lay waste to our self-esteem, clarity, and personal power. Hi, I'm Kate, and I make videos to help you live your best life. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Kate's Wandering Thoughts. And today, I want to talk about why it's time to ditch these two words, should and but, for good. I want to talk about how they keep us stuck and what we can say in order to actually create forward momentum in our lives. Let's get this straight. If I had $1 for every time I'd said or heard someone else say, I should do this, or I want to, but I could retire to a private island and spend the rest of my life drinking coconut water in a hammock. Yeah, these two deceptively tiny words, should and but, are basically emotional landmines disguised as productivity tips. Cute, right? Well, no, not cute. They're terrorists. And it's time we gave them the boot. Let's start with should. Should is such a sneaky little guilt goblin, isn't it? It struts around pretending to be motivational. You should go to the gym. You should call your aunt. You should be more productive. Should is basically that judgy neighbor peeking through the blinds with a passive-aggressive smile. It's not inspiring you. It's shaming you into submission with the elegance of a damp dish rag. Every time you say should, what you're really saying is, oh, I'm behind. I've failed the great invisible life set of instructions. Seriously, who's handing out this rule book? Is there a secret council of should overlords somewhere handing down decrees about how we're supposed to look, act, and feel by age 30 or 40 or maybe even 80? Think about it. I should call my friend. I should lose weight. I should clean the house. I should be more productive. I should already have this figured out. Behind every should is a heavy sigh and a quiet self-judgment. We use it to beat ourselves up, to compare ourselves to others, to force ourselves into action from a place of obligation rather than desire. Here's the truth. Should is a weapon we use against ourselves. It pretends to be helpful, but it rarely sparks real action. Instead, it creates an endless loop of guilt. You say you should do something, but you don't. Then you feel worse for not doing it. Then you avoid it even more. Rinse, repeat, over and over. Sound familiar? And here's what's worse. Should usually comes from someone else's script. Society says you should get married by a certain age. You should own a house. You should have a stable career. You should raise perfect kids, and more. But who decided that was the blueprint for a successful life? Spoiler, it wasn't you. Here's a revolutionary idea. Take should and swap it with want to, choose to, or brace yourself. Don't want to, choose not to. It's like detoxing your language and finding out you're not actually a lazy slob. You're just not interested in what you've been guilt tripping yourself into. So take this line: I should go to that party. If you don't want to, change it to I want to go to the party. Or I don't want to go to that party, whichever you prefer. Or how about I choose not to go to that party? Boom, you've just reclaimed your time and your dignity. Or take this line: I should exercise more. Change it to I choose not to exercise more. You've just released yourself from that guilt. Get it? Now let's drag but into the spotlight. This word but is the slippery little gremlin that shows up right when you might do something bold. For example, I want to change careers, but I'm too old. I'd love to travel, but I don't have the time. I want to start painting again, but I suck. You see the pattern? But swoops in, cancels all your dreams like a grumpy editor, and leaves you stuck in a fancy robe of self-doubt. Yeah, but is the ultimate dream killer. Take this sentence: I love singing, but I'm not good enough. What does your brain remember? It remembers the second part, the negative part, the part after the but. Yeah, it's always the words after the word but that register in your brain and keep you from doing things that you might actually enjoy and even be good at. How about this? I'd love to start a business, but I'm too old. I want to travel, but I don't have the time. I want to write a book, but who would read it? In every case, but cancels out the possibility. It floods you with fear and doubt and excuses. It leaves your dreams hanging midair without a chance to land. So, here's something powerful to try. Replace but with and add a positive thought after the and. For example, I love singing and I'm working on building my confidence. I want to travel and I'm figuring out how to make it work. I'd love to start painting again and I'm working it into my schedule. See how the energy shifts? The word and keeps the door open. The word and invites possibility. The word and respects the challenge while still honoring the dream. You kept the dream, acknowledged the challenge, and didn't turn into a puddle of defeat. Words matter. They are not just fluff. Words precede action. They are the foundation of how we shape our own reality. The word but closes doors. The word and kicks them back open. So let's kick these two words should and but out the door. When we drop the word should, we stop shaming ourselves. And when we drop the word but, we stop giving away our power, giving it away to fear. That's when things really begin to shift. You're no longer trapped in someone else's narrative. you're writing your own. Your brain starts responding like, oh, hey, we can do things. Look at us go. So here's a challenge for you. Play a new game. I call it the should and but detective game. Play the should and but detective game for the next week. Every time you hear yourself saying one of those two little joy thieves, catch it, pause, swap it, rewrite the sentence in your head. Feel how different it is to say, I want to, or I choose to, or I'm working on it. See if you feel different after doing this. You're not just changing your language, you're changing your relationship with yourself. You're ditching the judgment and excuses and replacing them with honesty and self respect. Because here's what I truly believe: you don't need to be better. You need to stop talking to yourself like you're broken. You're not. You don't need to be more disciplined. You need to be more compassionate with yourself. You don't need more motivation. You need to clear out the words that are weighing you down and replace them with ones that lift you up. They've had their time. Let's thank them for whatever limited purpose they served and show them the door. Language shapes reality, and the sooner we evict should and but from our vocabulary, the sooner we get to actually live the life we want, not the one we were guilted into. If you're tired of letting tiny toxic words run your life, then it's time to reclaim your vocabulary and your power. Please hit that like button if you're ditching the shoulds and the buts. Subscribe if you're ready for even more sass-filled wisdom, and leave a comment telling me which one of those pesky words trips you up the most. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you next time.